भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्रजकाचार्य स्तोत्र श्री श्रीमद हिज डिवाइन ग्रेस भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर श्रील प्रभुपाद की हरि नाम संकीर्तन की नामाचार्य हरिदास ठाकुर की गंगा माई यमुना माई की भक्ति देवी तुलसी देवी की मायापुर नवद्वीप धाम की जय। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरी गोवर्धन की जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की वृंदावन धाम की मथुरा धाम की अयोध्यापुरी धाम की बृहद मृदंगा की जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की all glorious assembled devotees, all glorious assembled devotees, all glorious assembled devotees, all glorious assembled devotees, all glorious to Shri Guru and Gauranga Jagat Guru Shri Prabhupada की जय। तैरलात्युधा सर्वे प्रमाथ सहकूयक अन्यमाना दिशा भेजुर उषाधि ब्रह्म तेजस तैरलात्युधा सर्वे प्रमाथ सहकूयक अन्यमाना दिशा भेजुर यसाद्भिर्ब्रह्म तेजसा तैरलात्युधाय सर्वे प्रमाथ सहगूयक अन्यमाना दिशा भेजुर यसाद्भिर्ब्रह्म तेजसा तैरलात्युधाय सर्वे प्रमाथ सहगूयक अन्यमाना दिशा भेजुर उषादे ब्रह्म तेजसा ब्रह्म तेजसा ब्रह्म तेजसा। Okay, word to word translation. Tahi, by them, Alata, Ayuda, with weapons or firebrands. Oh, you have to repeat after me, right? Tahi, by them. Alata Ayudahi, with weapons of firebrands. Sarve, all. Pramatha, the ghosts. Saha Guyaka, along with the Guyakas. Annamana, being attacked. Disha, in different directions. Beju, fled. Usad Bihi, glowing Brahma Tejasa. Glowing. Brahma Tejasa, by Brahmanical power. Translation by A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Shri Prabhupada ki jai. When the Ripu demigods attacked the ghosts and Guyakas with half-burned fuel from the Yajna fire, all these attendants of Sati fled in different directions and disappeared. This was possible simply because of Brahma Tejas' Brahmanical power. Purport: The word Brahma Tejasa used in this verse is significant. In those days, Brahmanas were so powerful that simply by desiring and by chanting a Vedic mantra, they could accomplish very wonderful effects. But in the present age of degradation, there are no such Brahmanas. According to the Pancharatrika system, in this age, the entire population is supposed to consist of Shudras, because the Brahmanical culture has been lost. But if anyone displays the signs of understanding Krishna consciousness, he should be accepted. According to Vaishnav Smriti regulations, as a prospective Brahmana, and should as a prospective Brahmana and should be given all facilities to achieve the highest perfection. The most magnanimous gift of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is that the highest perfection of life is available in this fallen age if someone simply adopts the process of chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, which is able to bring about the fulfillment of activities in self-realization. Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purport of the fourth canto, fourth chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam entitled Sati Quits Her Body. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalaakaya Chakshurinmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yutapadikamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sakrajatam Sahagana Raghunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijasahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakham Vitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostate Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusate Devi Pranamami Hari Priya Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Eva Cha Patitanam Pavnebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. I bow at your lotus feet to beg some empowerment to speak on today's verse and to do the service of today's Bhagavatam class. So, when His Holiness Devamrit Swami Maharaj was here last time, he was actually discussing about, I think it was Radha Gopinath's anniversary. He was talking about how how a family came to him, and they were talking about, they told Maharaj that our son has found a wife, has found a girl whom he wants to marry. But the only problem is that we are Brahmins. We are from a Brahmin family, and the girl is a non-Brahmin. So Devamrit Maharaj asked them that, are you Brahmins? So they said, yes, we are Brahmins, but we've never followed any Brahminical, rules and regulations. Like we eat meat, we do everything. But yes, somewhere or the other, sometime on Janmashtami, we do some donation or something, or some charity. That's all. So then Devamrit Maharaj said that what he meant was that you're not really Brahmins. This problem shouldn't really come, because just by taking birth in a Brahmin family, one doesn't become a Brahmin. Just like if a son of a lawyer or a son of a builder does not naturally become a lawyer, or does not actually naturally become a builder, they have to get that degree in order to have that qualification. Simply, Prabhupada is talking about the Brahmanas, where the Brahmins in Satya Treta Dwapar Yugas had this Brahminical effulgence, this Brahma Tejasa, that with their energy they could actually do some mystical things, they could actually do some supernatural things. One person was asking His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj that, if someone curses us, what should we do? And then Gopal Krishna Maharaj gave a laugh, and he said that in Kali Yuga, no one has this potency that someone can curse. So one should not spread this humor, and one should not spread this scare, this taboo of being afraid of curses, or being afraid of um, someone giving you some bad omens or something like that. So because there's no Brahmanical qualifications, Shama, Dama, Tapa and Shaucha. Anyone's hardly following this. But then, in fact, when we talk about Brahmins and Vaishnavas, a prominent example should be given. A revolutionary acharya in our lineages, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, who smashed these arguments of Jat Gosais and smashed these arguments of the born by Brahmanas who wouldn't really follow the rules and regulations, but just because because of their Brahmanical lineage, they would just torture and they would just create a havoc in the society. So, in fact, even among his disciples, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada would always encourage Vaishnavism more than Brahmanism. Like, this story comes that once Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada was invited in one of the temples and with all his disciples. So the temple manager, he was giving special regard to all the Brahmin initiated. We know that in ISKCON and Gaudiya Math, we get initiations in 2 stages. We get the Harinam and then we get the Gayatri. Or sometimes if someone's very qualified, they get both on the same day. So Prabhupada got it on the same day. So what he was doing was, he was regarding Brahmins more, the Brahmin initiated devotees, and the Harinam initiated devotees, they were in a separate queue and they were given us different treatment. So Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada made a remark. He commented that you were actually regarding Brahmanas more than the Vaishnavas, but actually it should be the other way around. The Harinam initiated devotees should be regarded more because they've 100% taken the shelter of the Harinam. But the Brahmin initiated disciples are doing Harinam and they're also doing Gayatri. So it's like their faith is now kind of divided in Harinam and in Gayatri. But the Harinam initiated devotees are solely dependent on Harinam. So they should be regarded more. So in this point being that in our Sampradaya, we've always talked about how Vaishnavta, or how chanting the holy names, through chanting of the holy names, one can get any qualification. We see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Whom did he make the Namacharya? He did not make any Brahmin, any person from the Brahminical birth the Namacharya. He made Haridas Thakur the Namacharya. And that was very revolutionary. So this, and then Prabhupada talks in the purport that in the age, the entire population is supposed to consist of Shudras. According to Vaishnava Smriti, as prospective, and Brahmana should be given all facilities to achieve the highest perfection. The most magnanimous gift of Lord Chaitanya is that the highest perfection of life is available in the fallen age if one simply adopts the process of chanting Hare Krishna. Rupa Goswami in his Padyavali, and even in CC we have this verse: Tunde Tandavini Ratim Vitanute Tundavali Lapyate Karna Krodha Kadam Vini Ghatayate Karna Budebhya Spriham Cheta Prangana Sangini Vijayate Sarvendriyanam Kriti No Jane Janita Kiyadvi Amrita Krishneti Varnadvi. I do not know how much nectar the 2 syllables Krishna have produced. When the holy name of Krishna is chanted, it appears to be dancing within the mouth. When we then desire many mouths, when the name enters the holes of the ears, we desire many millions of ears. And when the holy name dances in the courtyard of the heart, it conquers the activities of the mind, and therefore all the senses become inert. Tunde Tandivini Rati Vitanute Tundavati Lapyate. In fact, even in our material way, when we are doing our chanting, it's very mechanical. Sometimes we have to force ourselves. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. We have to do that. Why do we have to do that? Because we're not really relishing the holy name. All of us, we're on the Nama Akshara platform. We're just relishing the syllables, trying to relish the syllables of the holy name. Only if Krishna and Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gives us the mercy, can we actually get the benediction of realizing the holy name. And Rupa Goswami here, he says that when I chant, I wish thousands of mouths, and when I hear that my chanting, I wish I had thousands of ears. But even in our material perspective, material sense, we don't have that vision towards sense enjoyment, for that matter. If you, for example, I love the Mangla sweets, and I try to steal them whenever I can. But even when I'm relishing those Mangla sweets, I don't wish I had thousands of mouths to actually taste those sweets, and I did not wish that I had thousands of bellies to digest it. So even in our material sense enjoyment, from the perspective of our material sense enjoyment, we don't have that, we're not on that stage that we're able to relish it. But Rupa Goswami, forget about chanting. Chanting is super mechanical. I mean, I just pray that I don't doze off in front of brahmacharis to get embarrassed sometimes. So it is, so even in this sense that Rupa Goswami, when he's saying Tunde Tandivini Rati Vitanute Tundavali Lapyate, he's wishing that he has thousands of mouths and he has thousands of ears. And that stage only comes through the blessings of the devotees. In fact, this shloka from Padyavali, in fact, this shloka is very close to my heart, because of this shloka I got the fortune to get the darshan of His Holiness Radha Govind Das Goswami Maharaj for the first time in Vrindavan. In fact, Vrindavan Chandra Maharaj was giving a class on this shloka in the pastime place where Aghasur was killed, and he was giving a class on this shloka. Vepante durita nimoha mahima sammoham alampate satatam nakha. Vepante durita nimoha mahima sammoham alampate satakam nakharanjanim kalayati Shri Chitragupta kriti sanandam madhuparka samriti vidho vedha karate udhapayun bakum namni tavisaye vabilasate brummi kim anayat param. If someone simply desires to chant your holy name, all sins start to tremble. The bewilderment arises from the attachment to children, grandchildren, family members and servants itself get bewildered and runs away. Yamraj's accountant and Prime Minister Chitragupt, who records the sins of every living entity, happily lifts up his pen and wonders what to do. He thinks, I have recorded the names of this person who wants to chant. Now I have to strike his name from the list of sinners and transfer it to the list of the pious. Otherwise, Sri Amraj, the expert knower of the glories of the holy name, will be angry with me. Hence, he grabs his pen and crosses out the name. Brahmaji also is thinking, this person who wants to chant will quickly pierce through the 8 layers of the universe and on his way to the spiritual sky. So Brahma happily collects ingredients to make Madhupark and other paraphernalia. So what this shloka is talking about, this shloka is not even talking about Shuddhanam or Namabhas or Namaprat. In this shloka, they're talking about a person who just simply wishes to chant. What happens? First thing which happens is that the elephants, like sins, they run from the heart, because now they know that the tiger's roar in the form of holy name is about to be heard. He hasn't even picked up his beats. He has just thought that he will chant. And then what happens? Chitragupt, who's the accountant of Yamraj, actually Maharaj would say that with his nail, because he's in so much haste that he doesn't even care to find a pen. With his nail, he's trying to rub our names from the account of all the sinners, because he's scared that if Yamraj sees our name in the account of the sinners, he'll get fired. So in haste, he's actually removing our name. And then Brahma, he's collecting the ingredients for the Madhupark, during deity worship. When the deities are there are invited for the Abhishek, we offer several items. One of the items is Madhupark. It's partly honey, partly milk and a little bit of yogurt mixed, and it's like a welcome drink. So Brahma thinks that, now this person, when he'll go back home, back to Godhead, he'll go through Satyaloka. So when he'll go through Satyaloka, I have to greet him, I have to welcome him. It's like a welcome drink. So he starts collecting the ingredients for Madhupark. And ingredients in Satyaloka are way more high in quality compared to the material world. So if just by thinking that a person will chant, all of these changes happen in the spiritual world. So Brahma is 24/7. Just, I think he must be getting some extra stock for Madhupark, just because he sees that in Prabhupada's movement, so many people are taking up Krishna consciousness, taking up beats, taking up chanting every day. So here we see the glories of the holy name. And if we consider that, these glorifications are just ati shokti, or these glorifications are just, just there to actually motivate us. It's too exaggerated. Then we're doing the seventh offense of the holy name, which is satam ninda namna paramam aparadham vitanute yata khyatim atayam katham u sahate tad vigrahiham. To criticize genuine devotees of Bhagavan, the Sat, is grievous offense against the name. How can the name tolerate criticism of those who are responsible for spreading the glories? I'm sorry. We're doing the third offense of the holy name. Seventh was, I was supposed to say it after. So, Guru Avagya Shruti Shastra Nindanam Tathartho Vado Harinamni Kalpanam. The third offense, to disrespect one's spiritual master, to criticize the Vedic scriptures, to consider scriptural praises of the holy name as mere commendations, arthavad, and to ascribe one's own imaginary meanings to the names of to names are all offenses. So if someone thinks that this is just like any other religious pious activity mentioned in the scriptures, then one is doing an offense to the holy name, because this is not just any other prescribed activity. It is talking about the Supreme Personality of God. It is abhinnatvam namanamino. We are actually associating with Krishna himself and we are chanting the holy names. So if we are doing this chanting, why are we not getting that taste? Why are we not feeling tunde tandavini rati vitanute tundavali lapyate? Because of our offenses, of our aparadhs. In fact, in Ramayana, this story comes that Ravan got to know that Ram was able to make a bridge by just putting stones and putting Lord Ram's names on the stones. Lord Ram was able to make a bridge and he was able to cross over. And Ravan, he got a glimpse of the glories of the holy name just because of his association with Hanuman and Angad. So what he did was, during the Ram-Ravan war, Ravan sent a demon who had Ram written all over his body. So he had Ram written everywhere on his body. And when the monkey soldiers, they wanted to kill him, they wanted to attack him, they saw Lord Ram's names. And naturally they wanted to respect Lord Ram's names. So they were perplexed what to do, how to kill this demon. And this demon was creating a havoc in that warfare. So when Lord Ram thought that, I'll shoot him with my arrows, Lord Ram saw his names all over. And previously Lord Ram had an encounter with his own holy names. What happened was that all of these monkeys were building the bridge, and Lord Ram thought that, they have to write my name because they're not Ram, but I am Ram myself. So if I put a rock in the water, it should not sink because it's me. I mean, abhinnatvam namanamino, and I'm doing it. But then when Lord Ram did put a rock in the water, it actually sank. And Hanumanji was seeing this from a distance, and he was laughing. And he told Lord Ram that, my Lord, the glories of your holy names are even greater than you. So Lord Ram had this encounter. So he was about to shoot an arrow onto this demon, but then he saw his names all over the demon's body. So he got confused. So he asked Vibhishan what to do. Vibhishan suggested that my lord, he has holy names written everywhere except his tongue. He doesn't have your holy name on his tongue. So you can shoot an arrow on his tongue and you can devour him. And Lord Ram did that, and the demon was vanquished in 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 seconds. So the point being that we sometimes, I'm talking about myself here specifically, that we might wear dhoti kurta, we might wear a very beautiful tilak, very perfect lines, very nice shikha, and we might pose ourselves to be very humble and very grateful, and all those external qualities just within the parameters of the temple. Outside the temple, if someone actually just pushes us, our ego like serpents come up, and how dare he do that. But in the temple, if someone does that, oh Prabhu, let me take the dust of your lotus feet, let me you've purified me by your push. But that happens only in the in the radius of the temple, in just in amongst the four walls of the temple. So it's like we're having Lord Ram's name everywhere except our tongue. We should, on the other hand, if someone is actually muchi from external standards, but he is chanting Krishna's names 24/7, he's actually humble and grateful, he's actually not doing offenses, and he's actually realizing abhinnatvam namanam, then that person is more glorious than the person who has Lord Ram, the person who is acting like he has Lord Ram's names all over his body, but his tongue. And that is what we see that Daksha was doing. What was Daksha doing here? He was, in the namesake, he was doing this elaborate sacrifice to please Vishnu, to please Krishna. But then he's doing the third Namaprad, to criticize genuine devotees of Bhagwan. No, it's the seventh. To criticize Vaishnavas, which holy name is that? Which offenses? So he's doing the first offense to the holy name. So to criticize devotees of Bhagwan is a grievous offense against the name. How can the name tolerate criticism of those who are responsible for spreading its glories? So this is what Daksha is doing. That he's doing the first very offense to the holy name, which is criticizing the devotees, criticizing Lord Shiva. And that is why in fact I was listening to this lecture by Radhanath Maharaj on the glories of Harinam, and he was talking about, he was saying that if someone's doing offenses to the holy name, especially this offense, the same Harinam which he's chanting will be the cause of his destruction, will enter his life and act in a destructive way and devour him. So we see that this was what Daksha was doing. The same yagya which was meant to please the Lord, in that same yagya kund his head was burnt, and Veerbhadra chopped his head and gave as a sacrifice. So we should be very careful that at one place, yes, we should try to develop these qualities where we are trying to develop taste for holy name. But at the same time, we should be very careful about these offenses. We should be very careful of not being judgmental and being critical about devotees. So I think that's all I had to say, and that's all I had for this shloka. Any questions, suggestions, or comments? No questions today, Prabhu? Okay. Granth Raj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Jagat Guru Shri Prabhupada ki jai.